Coming up today on Journey to Becoming with yours truly. Man has to do everything. Man has to be everything. Man has to be the version of who we want them to be. But all they saying is they wish that we knew that they are trying. Hints don't work well with us. Be direct. No, I can't read your mind. Hey fam, we are. The journey still continues. And this is another installment of Journey to Becoming with yours truly. That's me. So today, all the ladies are gonna love me today. I have finally found the chairperson of the Women's Conference. As we all know, we have a National Men's Conference that happens every Valentine's Day. But I found the chairperson of the Men's Conference and I'm like, give me the 411. What's happening there? What do you discuss? And yes, ladies, I am the face, the chairperson of the Women's Conference that is about to be birthed. Soon, watch this space. We are going to start our own Women's Conference. We are taking over. We are taking over. Beyonce says, who runs the world, girls? Okay, let me hold myself together. I'm the chairperson of the Women's Conference. I must behave like one. So, ladies, as a self-nominated chairperson of the Women's Conference, I am proud to announce that today I've got the 411 on what the men discussed the Men's Conference, and they gave me a memorandum to say that, can you please go take this back to your women and tell them that this is what we want them to know as men. On a serious note, this is an article written by men titled What I Wish My Wife Knew. But you know me, I'm very democratic, I'm very understanding of the societal changes. I know that not all of us are married, we're not wives, so we're just gonna apply this letter to wives, partners, life partners, situationship partners, complicated partners, whatever partner that you are to whoever, it applies to you. As long as you know that you have a man in your life, most of the things that are written here is going to apply in your life. And without any further ado, let us go straight to the letter. See what they say. Stay tuned. I am going to be reading the article because there's just no way I will remember all of these things. Okay, so the article is in an 11-part series. I'm going to do 2 videos trying to cover the 5 and the other 6. And then the first one here, it says, I wish my wife knew that I love her. Oh, my heart was oh. And sometimes it's so easy for people in relationship to just assume that their partners know that they love them. But one of the things that these guys are saying, oh, they touched my heartstrings, guys. They made me want to be in a relationship, in a marriage so quick, like, oh. But when I remember the things that happen inside in those institutions, I'm like, I'm good. My peace is good. But yeah. So the first one, he says, I wish I knew my wife knew how much I love her, how much I crave a look, a touch, even a hand on my shoulder. It's so easy to just assume that, you know, they're no more on the honeymoon stage, you know, can be touchy, lovey. So guys, here, the husbands think they wish you can just touch them, can give them that look, you know, that look, you know, it, that says I want you, I want to hug you know. Yeah, so, and this one says, I wish my wife knew how much I really love and care about her. At times I don't have my complete attention. I'm distracted by the TV on my phone, but guys, not good at multitasking, and sometimes she feels ignored, and which is not cool. So ladies, when your people are watching TV and stuff, remember these men, they're not like us. We can cook, drive a car, feed a baby at the same time. We are superhuman. Yes. So the fact that he's busy on the phone doesn't mean that he's ignoring you. It's just that they were made that way. They can't multitask. Let's forgive them and move on with our lives. Let's not allow that moment to just take away our peace. If you don't like it, just say, I don't like it when you're not talking to me. Can you please give me attention? And we just fix things. And that leads me to the next one. The next one, they say, I wish my wife knew that she is beautiful and amazing. Oh, how many of us will die to just hear that from our people? So this are some of the things that our people are saying to us as women, to say that we are beautiful and amazing. And then this guy said, every time I tell my wife she's beautiful and sexy, it's usually met with a skeptical scoff, like, oh, I wish you knew I tell the truth and that I think she's the most beautiful woman in the world. And I know that sometimes we just think that these guys are saying this just to pass time, but they do mean it, and we need to work on our insecurities. When they tell us we're beautiful, let's accept it. Make your heart, appreciate it, feel it, accept it, embrace it. And this other guy is saying, I wish you knew how important she is to me. Her self-esteem holds her back. She's capable of so much more. Women are amazing. Thank you. I have grown so much because of my wife, and very grateful for all that she does for our family. And I know that these are the things that men are not wired like us women. Most men, or some men, they don't know how to compliment. They don't know how to affirm, but deep in their heart, they really appreciate you. And again, this is something that you need to say to your partner, like, I'll appreciate if you can affirm me once in a while, just to remind me of how you feel about me. Because guys, if you don't talk, you'll start. Third thing that our people are saying to us, they say, I wish that my wife knew that I'm trying. Oh God, this is powerful. Because we sometimes feel that man has to have it all. Man has to do everything. Man has to be everything. Man has to be the version of who we want them to be. But all they're saying is they wish that we knew that they are trying. And this one says, I wish you knew that I am a long way from being the perfect husband and father, but I am trying. So keep being patient. And then the other one says, I wish you knew that I absolutely adore her. I just seem to find it difficult to bring the message across, particularly in the areas of birthdays and special occasions. And this one says, I wish my wife knew how much it hurts when she gets upset with me. I don't try to upset her, but sometimes it happens and I feel badly about it. Yeah, right. When she gets upset, I feel badly about upsetting her, and also with myself for doing whatever stupid thing I did. Like, I really did. So stop doing these stupid things. I think this one, guys, it's a bit complicated, because now if we are patient with them doing the stupid things, they will take it as if we are in agreement with these stupid things. So man, this one we're taking it back to you. Please go back to the men's conference and really discuss it and try to resolve this one, because your stupid things are the cause of a whole lot of unnecessary anger, unnecessary fights in relationships. So please take this back to the men's forum and tell them that you need to relook at this one. This one says, I am not a very good conversationalist it always seems that I say the wrong things, or that every word is being analyzed. Women are very analytic, guys. You can say I love you, they will hear you saying that I hate you at this moment. So this is our nature. And again, men are not conversationalists like this one is saying. So we just need to find a balance, especially when somebody who doesn't talk much, they try to say something. Let's not analyze, but let's just try to ask, what do you mean by that? You know, I am hearing you saying this. Am I hearing you correctly? Because that's where we miss it a lot as women. So this men we take, we approve, and we are going to work on it from our side as women. And this one says, I wish my wife knew that men like to hear about your feelings, but you cannot misconstrue what we say or complain when we have something to say. We're trying to communicate. This one says, I absolutely adore her. I just seem to find it difficult to bring the message across, particularly in the area of birthdays and special occasions. If there's one thing most men can't, they try but they can't, is to remember the special occasions. And if you are going to trap them by saying that I'm not going to remind them, you're going to have a miserable that special occasion it is. So what you do, put all the special occasion on a paper, nice paper. You can laminate it, put it in the fridge where they see it every day. There's no way they can forget it. You see, now if they forget it, or better yet, put it on their phones, on their calendar. Let them remember those special occasions. Because these poor souls, they're not good at that. No, they're good at other things, but not remembering special occasions. So please, let's have peace. This is what they wish we knew. So let's meet them halfway. This article was not just written for the sake of us reading, but it's for us to start doing introspection and ask ourselves, what is it that I can take away from this article? What can I start applying in my life? So if you guys, you want him to take you out for your birthday, right, special occasion, dinner with my husband, you are telling him. The rest will be a surprise, but at least he's gonna do something. Because it's one thing for him for you not to say what you want, and then you just say my birthday, and then they arrange for a spa date with your friends. Then you get angry because what you wanted was for you to spend your birthday with your partner, and you never say. If you don't say, you'll get what is in their head, not what's in your head. So let's work on ourselves as well. Okay, let's move on to the fourth one. I love the fourth one. So they are saying, this one is a public service announcement. This one should have been the first one on the list. I truly believe it needs the country to shut down so that it's so quiet that we can hear it. Amen. On this one, take it back to the men's conference and say they approve. I approve it. They are saying, I wish my wife knew that hints don't work. Guys, if you don't communicate and you give them small clues, it doesn't work for them. Men are not wired like us, guys. They're not like that. And here they are saying to us it doesn't work, so let's do something. So this one says, I wish my wife knew that hints don't work well with us. Be direct. No, I can't read your mind. Just tell me what you want. Husbands are simple creatures. We can't read minds. So ladies, I've been there, I know it, where you expect your partner to read your mind. Let's give the easiest example where you know you are pissed off and then they say what's wrong, that nothing. Oh well, men will then believe that nothing. Yeah, they should just grumpy today, but nothing is wrong. But if you can then sit down to say, you know what, I don't like the fact that weekends you come back late, you know, you don't have time for me. See, now at least that man knows what he's working with. But nothing, he can't work with nothing. Men can't work with nothing. So biggest area where we fail as women, and we need to discuss it at our women's conference, to say, guys, how can we best help each other to make sure that we communicate. We pride ourselves as good communicators, all right, but when it comes to relationships, or when it comes to relationship with our people, it's like we want to trap them, you know. I want to see what he's gonna do. I'm not gonna tell him. I want to no, it's just that is just making me miserable. I've been there, I know it. If you know this is an area where you are really struggling, work on it, because men, you can take them to the best agent in the world. They cannot put in their brain to say now they've got a chip that can read your mind. That is never going to happen. Maybe it is going to happen in some 100 years, but now let's try to communicate our needs. If we're hurt, let them know that we hurt. Don't steal your peace with stupid things like this, man. Let's just try to communicate. And it says, I know you like being surprised with romantic gestures, but it's really hard when I'm not creative and have no idea what your expectations really are. Just tell me what you want and I'll move heaven and earth to make it happen. Why isn't that romantic? Oh, Baba. For me it is. If ladies, let's help this man out. If you know that your partner is not creative and you know that your mind craves for rose petals on the bed, bubble bath with candle lights and some shampoo, then tell him, or send him a link to say, babes, this is what I want you to do for my birthday, but you can copy the ideas from this YouTube person, or you can read this article, or you can even Google. And don't tell them just just Google and then they'll give you ideas. No, if you expect your man to just Google things, he will Google things that you hate and he will give it to you, and you will be miserable on that occasion. So give them, tell them, help them, meet them halfway. They are not all creative. And this romantic movie, sometimes they make it look like it's so easy, but remember, whatever is happening on the romantic movie is scripted by somebody. Maybe it's a woman who scripted that movie. So please, ladies, let's just help them. Remember, it's all about our peace, right? So if we help them, then it means we have more peace. Our peace is not being stolen. This one really touched my heartstring, because I know that it is, we don't do it because it's intentional in most times, but we do it because it just happens. But now that we know better, I hope we're gonna do better. So this one is for the mothers, where the men are saying, this is number 5, the men are saying that I wish that she knew that I want to be her number 1. I wish she knew that you married me first before the kids. Oh, how many times do we put the kids ahead of our partners? But I want to take this one back. I'm not saying that I'm not hearing what they're saying here, but I also want to take to the men's conference and say that, men, we wish that you also knew that we also put our kids before ourselves. But ladies, this is something that we also need to work on, not only for men on this area, but even for ourselves. You know, God gave us kids as blessings. God gave us kids, you know, to just extend the family, but not to divide. So this is something that we need to really look at and say, how can I divide my attention so that my person doesn't feel neglected and my kids don't feel neglected. There is a balance way that we can really come to a compromise, is that you schedule a date night or he schedule a date night with you. You know that every Wednesday after the kids go to sleep, we have an hour just for me and him to sit and just laugh. We're not going to talk about kids, we're not going to talk about ourselves in terms of a relationship. We're just going to have fun and laugh. And then you can even have another date where you know that you and your partner, you're just going to have those check-in meetings. Remember, we talked about under our self-love video where we say it's important to check-in meetings where you're like, hey, are you still here? Are you still in love with me? Are there things that I did that upset you along the week or month whenever you have your meetings? And just to really have those things. This one also saying on the same breath that I wish my wife knew I want to be the most important thing to her. There is a lot on her plate, but I often feel like I'm a long way down the list. Oh, poor man, poor man. We are so sorry that we treat you like this, but you're the one who gave us these babies. We have to take care of the babies. And I know I'm diverting here, but I think one of the things that makes men feel this way, that they're not number one, or they are way down on our list, is because men don't want to get involved in the bringing of the kids. They really assume that it's a woman's role to just take care of the kids. Maybe men, again, take this one back to the men's conference and tell them that, hey, the next agenda item is how can we men best assist around the household, especially with the kids. This is not about the kids. For this one, he's saying that men love to be very important too, and to be wooed by their wives. Men don't want to be the pursuer and initiators all of the time. Yeah. Women who are always waiting for their men to ask for sex, to see that touch them before. Some men are saying, they don't like that. They want you to be the initiator sometimes. They want you to put on your lingerie and wait for them in the bedroom and say, come and devour me. They want you to initiate certain things. It doesn't have to be about sex. It can be a certain simple thing. But they just say that they get tired of being the one who says, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, let's do that. So again, women, well, I'm not in this category. Me, I'm an initiator. I'm not gonna wait for the pursuer. I'm not gonna always wait for the pursuer. I also initiate so that the pursuer can pursue. So maybe there's something that you need to look at, especially that's for sex. For me, that sex is the one that comes to mind right now, to say that there are women who, the rest of their sex life, they have never been the one that initiated, but they've always waited for the men to initiate it. So men, I think that surprise them. Initiated men, make it back. Send that SMS today, right now, as you're watching, to say, tonight I am going to devour you, you know. You just say, you know what, I can't wait to have you when I get home. Simple things like that excite him. I mean, you don't even have, when you get home, you don't even have to continue being the initiator. You have started it. You just say, you know what, I'm ready for you. That is very important, guys. Sex is not the heart of the relationship, but sex is the soul of the relationship. Trust you me, if you stay there without sex, you are brave or you are cheating. We don't know one of the two. I don't know. You know yourself, yes. But anyway, women, let's be the initiators. Just dare yourself and say, I am going to initiate it today, and see what happens. 1 to 5, and there are a whole lot of things that are there, and I'm hoping that by the time we have our women's conference, our journey to becoming women's conference, yes, we are starting that women's conference, ladies. From the 8th of August, we are having our very first ever journey to becoming the women's conference. And remember, as women, we don't compete, we collaborate. So ladies, I can't wait for that conference. It's going to be life-changing. This YouTube is just a preparation for bigger and greater things for me, guys. It's like I said in the beginning, God says He's going to use me to be a bridge to so many people's lives, and we are not stopping. We are unstoppable, guys. We are unstoppable. The growth game this year is going to be big. It's up to you. Do you want to join the family? Do you want to grow, or do you want to stay the same? So guys, we've come to the end of part 1 of What I Wish My Wife Knew, message from the men's conference. Thank you guys as always for listening, and I hope that you're gonna watch the second video to get more information on what is it that our men want us to know, or rather what is it that they wish we knew. and then we'll have more discussion on that. And I can promise you one thing, this is not over. This is something that I want to have a session with some of the ladies where we can sit together and have a table talk where we can say how best can we respond to this, and then we get at least like 10 women, 20 women. We write back an article that says what we wish our husbands knew. But this for me was a very important thing, and I hope that it has left you with some of the things that you can implement. So thank you for watching, guys. As always, you know I got nothing but love for you, fam. We shall meet on the next video. Now that one. Yeah, the next video. Thank you for watching. I love you. Love you.